Well, hello, good people. It's KJ. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to see the second half of the interview that I did with my sister, the conversation I had with my sister about her weight loss journey or her health journey. If you didn't see part one, go back and watch part one, and this is part two. We ended when we were talking about some food planning. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but also about workouts and how all of that works together with a schedule and kind of how all this plays out for her as well as me on my health journey. Just an update for me. I've lost 10 pounds since I started this, so that's good. But I'm still trying to find the groove for getting this because, man, food is tough. I love food. So, all right, hope you enjoy it.
It's easy to run through the drive-thru or order out when you're not prepared. So that's one of the biggest things in the last 2 weeks that I have made sure, and that has helped. But the hardest thing is the motivation, and it's just been there. Like, I don't know. To get up in the mornings, to go to the gym. I wish if I didn't have the motivation to go to the gym, I don't have the motivation to work out at home. Like, going to the gym, I'm glad we have it, but it's also hard to get there. It's like I got to drive 15 minutes to go work out for 30, 45 minutes, drive back home. So it's the thing that once I've gotten into the routine now, and it's easier, but it's still a struggle. I get up at 3:45. I mean, it's hard.
So what time do you go to bed at night?
I want to be in bed at like 8 o'clock. It's normally like 8:30, but
because I got to sleep. That's but how is COVID affecting things down there? Obviously, you get to go to the gym.
Yeah, we do. Thankfully, they're open right now. We get to go. At 4 o'clock in the morning, there's not a lot of people, so that is a bonus of going early in the morning. You have to wear your mask, which is aggravating when you're working out and getting all winded.
Trying to breathe.
Breathing is important when you're working out. So, but that's about the only thing.
And your workouts, is it mixed? Do you have a trainer? Do you do cardio? Do you do weights? Do you do it all?
Yeah, my trainer's still sleeping every morning when I go to the gym.
Somebody's got to stay with the kids.
Yeah, somebody does.
But he goes after work, right?
He'll go after work, yeah. So he gets off at 3, so he goes after work, which is, I think, probably nice, too. I don't know. I don't really know how busy it is then either, but more power to him, though. I can't but I get off at 5, so 4:30, whatever time I get off. I don't know if I could have the energy to go in the afternoon.
I have to run and work out first thing in the morning. If I've already had my coffee and I've started doing some other stuff, it's over.
See, and you drink black coffee, right?
I do.
See, we are really big on honey and creamer in our coffee, so we cut that out, and that's been hard. That's been very hard.
When you talk about food, for me, my doctor asked me if because I went this last time, and this is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. Everybody recommends eating breakfast in the morning, but once I do that, my body just goes to sleep. I have to kind of gear that. So once I eat, usually I'm done. And my body is just ready to go to sleep. It doesn't want to do anything. So if I eat before I work out, it's over.
I don't suggest eating before you work out either, though.
So like breakfast or something like that. And then afterwards, if I do start eating, it kind of opens the floodgates, and then I just snack all the time. So a lot of different things I've got to work through in order to do that. But you seemed, obviously you did it before.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Right, and now you're back on it, and I get my watch updates as soon as I put my watch on in the morning. It goes ding, Stacey did a workout.
Except for Friday. Did you notice yesterday?
I did not.
I did not work out until I got home yesterday, and the only reason that pushed me to do it was I've got to close my ring. KJ is not going to win this battle. Yeah.
And
so I do a mix. We started slow though, because I haven't been in the gym in a while, and so you didn't want to wear me out in the very beginning and be too sore to work out, later in the week. So I did a lot of walking, and more so walk and just really starting to burning the muscles in the legs and that sort of thing. But then just body weight stuff, squats and lunges and, arm curls and jumping jacks and abs and just a mixture of a little bit of everything and trying to, and that's what it actually, I work out hard, but sometimes the watch doesn't catch like everything you're doing because your heart rate's down when you're burning your abs or, when you're doing
right.
that. I'm like, I needed more points than that, But it's a mixture. And I think a mixture is the best thing because cardio it's not everything. To building those muscles is really what starts burning that fat. And
that's why I've started. So now I'll run 3 miles and then I do squats, kettlebell swings, push-ups, things like that. And then in the afternoon, I take Jeremiah down to the church. We're going to try and do it 2 or 3 days a week and start working on karate.
Nice.
And so it'll be more movement and flexibility and plus getting him moving because I've noticed that we're passing our bad habits down to our kids. And
that's what I think is hard when people start looking at the fad diets and I did this and I got this way, but it's all about your lifestyle, your body, and what you can maintain. It's more so maintaining it than just losing it.
Yeah. Well, and no matter who you talk to, I mean, I went through nursing school, so I understand, the way the body works in a lot of areas. And so I understand when all these people have these ideas of different diets. You talk about the fad diets. I've done them all.
I've tried a lot of them.
Everything from fat only and keto to no fat. And then, intermittent fasting
carb.
Probably worked a little bit for me just because I don't think about food during the day most of the time. But then I think when I lost weight in law enforcement training, the biggest thing was I had to be somewhere specifically from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I had one little time to eat lunch, and what I did is I made a sandwich or something that I took for that. And so somebody else managed my schedule. We weren't allowed to eat in class. You were allowed to have water in class, but that was it. They wouldn't let you have Gatorade or anything like that. Anything with sugar. You were allowed to have water. And then they worked your butt off from 5 to 6. Keith King used to wear us out in the afternoons. And then when I would go home, I would have a, whatever normal meal was for us or something like that. But during the day, there was somebody that kind of did that. And I tried to pay attention to it because I was trying to get in better shape. I had to pass the POPAT. I had to be able to take care of myself. So I don't know. I don't know the answer for me. Obviously, we're still trying to figure that out. I'm proud of you for, getting back into it and do that. How long do you think it'll be before you're back to your goal?
Probably, I would say about 5 months.
Okay.
5 or 6 months, I'm thinking. I've dropped pretty quick in the beginning, which I expected.
Right.
Just because of changing everything at one time. I'll be glad when. So my thing is the biggest thing is right now I turned down Chick-fil-A. The second day I had to turn down Chick-fil-A. Like, this is not even right. But I knew that if you say yes this time, then you're like, oh, okay, well, it doesn't really matter. I can say yes again, that sort of thing. So it was all in your mind. It's such a mindset thing. But, I'll eat a chicken sandwich again from Chick-fil-A. It's not that I won't eat it, but I have to be to a point that I can consciously say, okay, I can eat this, but, you can't eat this every day, all day, and making those changes. So one thing I'm excited about is getting to a point that I can add back my coffee in the morning.
With your extras?
With my creamer. Yeah. I don't drink black coffee. I don't know how you do that.
Mine's just straight black.
Oh, gross. Gross.
So, and, over the years, that's certain things that I've done. I hardly ever drink soda anymore. I'll have a Pepsi or a coffee and water is about all I drink. But
so it's not it's not your fluid intake.
It's not the fluids. It's obviously snacking and things of that sort. That so when you started this, did you feel hungry with that limited?
Yes.
So that first week, so you started what, January?
The 4th.
The 4th, the first Monday there. I mean, you were hungry that first week?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
I'm still hungry. We do we'll snack. Well, it's hard for me at work. At home, it's harder at home. It's harder at home because I'm here and I don't normally eat the full. I like to skip breakfast when I'm at home. I'm not a big breakfast person.
I'm not either. I just don't. I love breakfast food, but I'll eat them later in the day. Now, the first time you went through this, you got down pretty good size. You were looking good. You were healthy. Were you still hungry then, or had it become kind of normal?
It had become normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in all reality, when you get off that first hunk, a good portion of it where you're losing weight still, but it's not where you're really I figure after the first 3 months or so, some of the stuff could change. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it'll be a good way to tell, but
well, how long was that first journey? Well, that first time you lost weight?
That one was almost a year.
Yeah.
8, 9 months, a year, something like that.
And then after you got pregnant, that's when things changed dramatically. I mean, obviously, it's hard to do that. And
yeah, I told myself I should have stayed in the gym more when I was pregnant. I mean, it's healthy for you and the baby to keep on trucking, but I used it as an excuse to eat more, and I should not have. And so I never lost it after, the first time to the second time. So I was just bigger during the second pregnancy. But I started smaller. I guess thinking about trying to lose weight and stuff and being conscious about, you eat bad stuff, but you also don't gorge yourself. I wasn't as big as I was to start with this time. I didn't start off, as big as I did the last time.
Well, and Jamie did kind of keep an eye on the types of food you were eating anyway, but you just weren't doing any of the working out. And
yeah, working out was not there.
And when we would come visit, we're bad examples.
Well, when I walk in Mama's house and Daddy's got nutty bars in his cabinet, I have to grab one, so.
Yeah, and we did. We always had that cabinet of snacks there at the house. And, of course.
And he still does.
Yeah.
And now y'all did a month of what did y'all do? Was that keto?
Oh no, we did Whole 30.
Whole 30.
Whole 30. We did that for. Did we do it for a month? We did it for 30 days, I think it was, and our grocery bill doubled.
Yeah, but y'all went all in.
Yes, we did we did the full Whole 30. Yeah. And I liked it. But it is a pain in the butt because you can't have any added sugar, which means bacon you can't buy in Jordan. You have to go to Billings because bacon has sugar in it. See, I've tried to do planning like you do, where you cook on Sunday afternoon and plan your week out. But what happens with me, just to be honest, is Tuesday I'm like, that just doesn't sound good.
I know. And I get it.
I'm like, well, the grocery store's got fried chicken. That sounds better than what I had planned. And
and the thing, you have the grocery store. Look, McDonald's is real easy to drive through.
So actually, sitting down to plan it out is, I guess it's discipline.
It's discipline.
It takes discipline to be in shape. Now, I was watching a YouTube video yesterday of a lady who defected from North Korea. And she said one of the most shocking things in America for her was that the shape of people was completely different. And so what she meant by that was, in her country, if you were fat and bald, you were powerful and you were desirable. So I'm moving to North Korea.
Yeah.
But in America, the rich and powerful are skinny and taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you're fat and bald in America, you're the lazy, the bottom side of it. And that shift just came from the access that we have to so much comfort and food. Growing up, discipline was not something I would say was your forte. So how did you manage that?
I talked back to my trainer. All I gotta say. We had knocked down drag out.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna tell you, having Jamie to help me through it the first time was the biggest thing that was why I was successful.
Okay.
I put in the work, but he was there to help do that guidance to really see the progress. But,
well, you've always, I say discipline was not your forte. You just you were the baby, you were the girl, you could do whatever you wanted, but you were strong-willed.
Yeah.
And so once you've made up your mind, I guess.
And I think that's what now I've decided, like, this is what I'm going to do. And this is, the first time I didn't really talk about it a whole lot. I just did it.
Right.
And I would look at the progress while I was going. I never posted that I was at the gym. I never did anything like that. I just did it. This time, so it kind of scared me a little bit to actually talk about it and to tell people what I was doing. I've showed you the picture where I was like, Operation Make Mama Hot Again. Like,
right.
And to show that picture and to tell people I'm going to work out and do this, it almost feels like you could fail. Like, well, they're going to know I was supposed to be doing this. But this time it was like a shift of you're going to do it. And that's point blank.
I guess I just have to change the way I think about food and see it as fuel, not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But like I said, it's a whole mindset thing. You have to change it.
Do you find it easier or harder this time?
Easier.
Easier? Okay.
The first time I worked 12-hour rotating swing shifts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And now you got a little more steady schedule, even with the kids.
It's easier, but I have to personally be more disciplined. Like, I have to be on a schedule.
Get up at 3:45 in the morning and.
Yeah, I have to be on a schedule. 4 o'clock, leaving for the gym. 5 o'clock back here, getting ready for work. Kids up 5:30, leaving the house 6:15. Get home at 5:15, cook dinner. I have to have a schedule.
Do you take any supplements or pre-workout or anything like that?
No, so I will probably add in. I don't really care for pre-workout. I used to. We used to have a pre-workout drink, every day. But I will probably add in like protein shakes, something like that. But I wanted to do the most I could, like the first month or so,
right,
without any of the extra calories. And then I can add in, I do like a good protein shake. I love my milk too.
All right, well, good. We'll let you get back to your day. I am going to get dressed and go downstairs and run 4 miles.
Oh, you're gonna beat me.
And then I'll eat a whole pizza tonight.
Oh, well, that's counterproductive.
Yes,